Hey guys and girls, this is Carmen Jones with you again, and I am here to help you with some equipment this week. The past few weeks we've been doing some putting drills. We did some work on our putting, and I did some instruction on pitching and chipping. So this week we're going to be working on helping you to pick the right equipment. What is the right equipment? We're going to be doing stuff on putting, we're going to be doing stuff on our irons, and we're going to be doing stuff on our wedges just to help you to pick the right equipment. And first and foremost, I really want to thank the Indigenous Sport and Wellness Ontario. Thank you guys so much for partnering with me. It's because of them that I'm able to bring these videos to you. And yeah, just thank you so much for your partnership. Okay, so grab your putter, grab your iron, and grab your wedge, and let's get started. So putters, what is the best putter for us? Okay, so really important to be fitted for a putter, because you're going to be using it a lot during your round. You're going to be using it at least 18 times. And this is a club that's really going to lower your scores. And it's really important to be fit for a putter. Very few people are ever fit for their putters. So I would suggest going to a golf shop that does that. Go to a CPGA professional and really have them look at your stroke just to see what kind of putter to purchase. And you can purchase a putter that's a really good price. It doesn't have to be a really expensive one, but most importantly, you need one that fits for you. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a couple designs here. So this is a toe-weighted putter, okay? And this is kind of an old school. So you see how that balance, the toe is at the bottom? So this putter is for the certain kind of stroke that is shaped just like this. Is that if I put it here on the line, is this going to go wide open like this and kind of be very, very arced, okay? Because all of the weight is on the toe, it's going to keep that ball and that club face more on line, okay? I'm going to do another one here. This is a center shafted, okay? So this putter is for a putter stroke that is kind of straight back and straight through, just like this, all along this line, or if it has a slight bend to it, okay? The other one had a kind of really arc like this. This one has this little slight bend. So this would be a good putter to use for that, okay? This one is a face balance putter. As you can see, the face is pointed to the top. And this one is one of the ones that I'm fitted for, actually. And it's just straight right down the line. Just like that. That's what your putter stroke should look like. And if it looks like that, then this is the putter for you. And this is the most common kind of putter head right here. And this is for kind of an open to close is what they call it. So the club face is open, 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 close. So it's kind of an arc, a little arc on your stroke, or a bigger arc, okay? So those are the kind of putter designs. So really important to find out what design works for you. Putter length is really, really important, because we really want to have our eyes. A lot of people, when they're setting up their putters or when they're getting fitted for a putter, it's really important for your eyes to be directly over the ball. So I'm gonna show you. So here I have a ball just like this, and look how far my eyes are away. If I were to put this club right by my eyes, this is where my eyes are directly over. They're not directly over the ball, but they're kind of inside the ball like that, okay? So I'm not going to have a very good perspective when I am putting the ball, as you can see. So if I'm putting the ball, look how far I'm standing away. And then look at that, my toe is off the ground as well. If my toe is off the ground, then I'm going to have a closed putter face, and my putts are going to go to the left, okay? So that's an example of a putter that does not fit me. This putter, however, as you can see, I'm putting on a mirror. If I'm looking straight down, I can't see my eye because my eye is directly over this ball. If I'm looking right down at this mirror, as you can see, I put this putter here. This putter is right directly over the ball because that's where my eyes are. And that's how we should be set up when we're putting. Just like that, okay? One more thing is that if my club face is off the ground, so you remember how I had a toe? I had my toe up in the air. If my heel is off the ground, then that means that my club face is open. It's going to go to the right, so I'm going to be missing a lot of my putts to the right. So putter size, putter length, shaft length, really important for accuracy as well. So wedges, very important to have these in the bag because these are going to save your par, and you're going to be using these a lot. You're going to be using your putter a lot. You're going to be using your wedges a lot because whenever you miss the green, you're going to be using this, okay? So as you can see here, I have a 50-degree wedge, I have a 54-degree wedge, and I have a 58-degree wedge. And this reason is because my pitching wedge is 46 degrees. So if you're really good at your math, you notice that they're all 4 degrees apart. That's the same kind of distance apart that our irons are, is 4 degrees. So we really want to keep consistent. So you need to be fit for your wedges so you can have the right loft that fits you. You also need to have the right lie. So what a lie is that this wedge here is going to sit on the ground flat like this. It needs to sit flat just like this. If you're making contact with the ball and your wedges toe up off the ground, your ball is going to go this way. Vice versa, just like putting, it's going to go this way. So we need to have the right interaction with the turf with our club, okay? So very important to get fit. And I'm going to show you slow motion video why we need bounce and why it's important to be fit for bounce. So hopefully by those slow motion videos, you were able to see the difference in the bounce. The first one that I showed you, that the ground was really dry and firm, so it just stayed on the ground like that, and I was able to get under the ball. I used another club just like this, and you see how that leading edge is off the ground, so it's not going to make good contact with the ball kind of ever. I'd have to put the kind of club forward like this, but we're not going to be able to get under the ball and put spin on it or whatever. So very rarely are you ever going to have those kind of conditions on your course. So I would suggest you're going to probably have more grass on your course and things like that. So I would suggest having about 10 degrees bounce, and it all depends on the way that you kind of make contact with the ball. So very important to get fit. If you have a really steep swing where you're just kind of coming down on it like this, you're going to want more bounce. If you have more of a shallow swing where it's kind of really flat like this, then you can probably get away with having less bounce. Okay, so very important, get fit for your wedges. They'll really help your game. Last and certainly not least, we are going to be doing irons. Very important for your irons to have your lies checked. Very important, because if your lie again is like this, you're going to be hooking it. And if your lie is like this, if you're going to be on your toe, then you're going to be slicing it. A lot of people struggle with slicing the ball. So definitely get your lies checked and fitted. And another thing that's really important is your shaft. Now, getting fit for a shaft is really important because it's really going to kind of make kind of zero in your dispersion, because if you're like me, you're not going to hit the golf ball pure all the time, so you're going to be having some mishits. So your ball is going to be all over the place. So if you get fit for the right shaft, it's actually going to kind of close in your misses. You're not going to be missing as much. So if you are swinging really, really bad, and you have like a regular shaft, that may work for you the best. But if you have a really high swing speed, you're probably going to want a stiffer shaft, and that's really going to knock down the misses that you have. Okay. Very important part of the game, because we use these probably maybe twice a hole sometimes, at least once for sure. And yeah, very important. So I'm going to start with the more forgiving irons, and these are geared towards people who are just starting, people who play kind of recreationally, and people who just really want to get out there and want more forgiveness. Maybe their ball striking or their skill ability isn't there yet. So these are very forgiving irons. So there's a huge cavity here, so it's called a cavity back, and there's a lot of weight in the back. So what that does is it helps to get the ball up in the air a lot faster. And this club face is really big and really forgiving. There's a huge sweet spot there. Same with this one. There's a big sole as well on this one. There's a big sole on that. So sometimes what happens when people are just beginning is that they chunk the ball. This is going to help you not to do it. Almost like the bounce that we just talked about on the wedges. Okay, so again, the weight is moved back so the ball can go up in the air, and it'll be a lot better. So those are more for people who are just beginning. People who've been playing for a while now and kind of have more confidence with hitting the ball, I would suggest getting something like this. This is a cavity back as well. And for these is that there is more forgiveness, but there's a thinner top line. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit smaller, a little bit more intimidating if you're, again, beginning to play. This is going to be a little bit more intimidating for you, but this is a good option for somebody who's been playing for a while, and if you're able to, strike the ball better. Now this club here is a blade or a muscle back. There's very little forgiveness in it. If you miss hit it, you're going to know. But the thing with this is the feel, that you're able to shape the ball, kind of curve the ball the way you want to, hit the trajectory that you want to, and this is for people who strike the ball well. As you can see, it's a very small sole here, and then a very small top line. Okay, so those are the kind of clubs that you can get. You can also get clubs that are combo sets. So for me, I have in my shorter irons, I have the muscle back, and in the higher loft, or the shorter iron, the 3, 4, 5, and 6 is cavity back. Okay, so that's another option that you can have. So there's super forgiving, game improvement, there's cavity back, and then there's combo sets, which is what I have, and then there's full blade sets. And those are for people who really play a lot and who are good at really striking the ball. So hopefully that helps you. And I will see you next week. And what we are going to be doing next week is we're going to be doing drivers, we're going to be doing woods, and we're going to be doing hybrids. So this week we did the short game, or kind of the shorter game. Now we're going to be doing the longer game. Okay, I want to thank the Indigenous Sport and Wellness Ontario. Thank you so much for partnering with me, and it's because of these guys that I'm able to do these videos for you. Please like, share, comment on these videos. I want to hear what you have to say. Thanks so much. See you again.